Ho, 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 and welcome to the end of the year CryptoWave podcast wrap up, where we keep you up to date with all the latest news, trends, and people making waves in crypto. I'm Jennifer from Space Coast Crypto Consulting, and joining me today, my little elves, Jesse and Joey.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Santa.
Hi, Santa. Season's greetings to everybody. Merry Christmas. Buon Natale.
Yeah, we're excited. We're here. It's the end of the year.
Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, winter solstice, whatever.
Whatever you celebrate.
Whatever you celebrate. Crypto does not discriminate.
No. Let it ride.
Yes.
In fact, I'm feeling like there's a lot we're leaving out because crypto has become a universal language just about through like Asia and Europe and North South America. We should know all of the welcomes and greetings and everything, but we're not getting into that. This show is produced in beautiful sunny Florida. And, of course, thank you to Space Coast Podcast Studios for hosting the CryptoWave podcast once again.
We want to
thank you to Brevard's Local.
Thank you.
Our local contributor, helping Jennifer get her story out. You've been, in this year, started a whole new section, a little editorial, so to speak.
Yep, the Crypto Corner.
Crypto Corner on Joey's paper, so we got that going. Lots changed. 20 episodes.
Almost. Yeah,
21.
This will be 21 under the belt, yes.
Imagine that.
Yeah, so it's been a productive first year.
Oh, absolutely.
And a lot's happened.
Yeah.
So many things have happened.
So start from the top, because I know you got the year in review.
Yeah, so we're going to do a year in review. So let's just go back to January when Bitcoin was sitting at around $29,000.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Who knew it was a discount then?
Even though the market is down about 30 or 40%, we are hovering around 50K right now, but Bitcoin went up to about 69,000 for...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at it in comparison to where we were at just the beginning of the year, huge gains.
When in doubt, zoom out. Yeah, we're still up 80%.
Yep. And the overall market capitalization for all of the crypto market smashed past $1 trillion in January.
It's a huge number.
Went from $1 trillion to $2 trillion by April and almost hit $3 trillion, just under $3 trillion as a whole.
As of today, so there's still time left in a year?
No, you know what? I think some of our predictions that we were hoping for, $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year, we might not see.
Right.
No.
But there's still hope for 2022.
When do you think it'll hit 100?
Well, before we make predictions, let's do the year review, because I want to do predictions with you as well.
No, I know. This was just a separate question. That was all because we were just...
But we're going to talk about all these predictions.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, I mean, let's be honest. We have so much to talk about with what we think is coming, what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. So many things. I mean, you see how a year in crypto is like 10 years in traditional finance. There's so much news and things that happen every day. So the second thing that we want to talk about is just NFTs hitting mainstream and really just bringing mainstream attention into crypto. So we've seen everything from 12-year-olds selling pixelated JPEGs for hundreds of thousands of dollars, making more money than the most average.
Probably more than their parents.
More than their parents.
Isn't that wild? Just sitting in a basement with a phone.
We don't know that they're all in basements.
Well, it sounds funny, huh?
So this kid...
It could be an attic.
It could be.
We don't have basements in Florida, so it's...
that's true.
For our Florida audience, they're like, what?
A sunroom. They're in their sunroom.
This kid in particular, his name's Benjamin, 12 years old. And he made $400,000 from, what was the collection? It was called something Whales, Weirdo Whales. Yes, so Weirdo Whales. Nice. And he, lives in London there, so I don't know if they have basements there, but
in his flat.
12 years old.
That's right.
Yeah. And then, I mean, we've had NFTs just hit the market and take off. From Beeple's selling for $60 million to, in December 2nd, actually, a piece sold called The Merge by the artist Pack, and that officially became the most expensive NFT, selling for $91.8 million.
And doesn't it just seem like the NFTs just within like a month and a half just exploded, like the middle of November?
Well, as
Oh,
soon
no.
as
It's been building, but all of a sudden, middle of November.
well, it's mainstream when most of everybody's Twitter profiles, all these NBA players and DJs and hip hop artists, they're all changing the profile pic to a Bored Ape Yacht Club. People are going to ask why. You just can't have millions of followers, change a profile pic, and nobody's going to notice. And then when you go across a whole litany of different personalities, athletes and hip hop artists and all these people in between, people are going to take notice. And then it goes mainstream. And of course, then you have like people like Gary Vee, you have Bryson DeChambeau, and now we're starting to see the brands coming on board. Nike bought this whole kids sneaker collection. This guy built a whole collection of virtual like sneakers, and Nike came in and gave him a bunch of money for it. These are all things Wall Street Journal's not going to deny,
Right.
Because you get these major brands, and they don't make folly moves. They're not. There's some mistakes that they make. Maybe they'll make something that didn't really hit the market well. But when they start investing into something that's so still, I would say, infant, very much influencer, innovator, era. People have to know if you're moving that kind of capital around, it's going to go mainstream. I mean, it's going to get the attention of a lot of people. Then, of course, all the influencers are going to talk about them and what they're doing with it. And of course, once one influencer sees that they can be an affiliate, and bring a lot of people and bring this excitement to this one NFT release. And I'm telling you, I've been invited to so many Discords based on all these influencers. Like, follow me on this one, follow me on this one. Hey, my friend is really cool. He's going to do this thing, and it's going to help the whales. And this one is going to help the reefs. And this one, so now they're all gaining utility, because again, that's what people are excited about mostly.
It's building that community.
And then of course I hit their bio, which is like their link tree, and then that link tree tab will take you to the Discord, and then you're just getting inundated, just like with all this stuff, all these release notes, everything else going on. I'm telling you, it's been busy.
Yeah.
I did not need an NFT in my life back in April, but now I need them all.
Right.
And they started actually around 2017
it's not a new thing.
with CryptoKitties, but it's really in 2021 that's really exploded.
Yeah.
When I heard that Beeple kid with those Singapore buyers, whatever, 68 something million, that got my attention. I'm like, why are people buying digital art? But then if you look at his portfolio that he sold, it was like 5,000 digital pieces, all unique, all by a graphic artist. And I'll tell you what, I mean, if I was a senior in high school, I'd be looking at graphic programs right now. Not just for the NFT place, but also the Metaverse place.
Sure.
Building virtual trees, building virtual islands, building virtual votes.
Well, one of the hottest trends, and we'll talk about this for 2022, or for the Metaverse, is going to be fashion.
So I know you have notes. I know Louis Vuitton, Adidas. I already mentioned Nike. There's a lot of fashion houses getting into it. Yeah, you're going to have a Coach bag in real life, and then you're going to have the same Coach bag NFT for your avatar. And that's going to be a limited bag watch. Only 10 allowed or 1 allowed. There's going to be like, different levels of commitment. And so you'll be able to buy the 1 of 100 Coach that also has a corresponding NFT for your avatar. That's going to happen, and it's inevitable. And it's already happening.
And Shibu's coming out with their own Metaverse, and they want it to be like an office space. Mutual. What am I trying to find? The that's the word. Virtual office spaces. So you would
like
have
a shared office space.
Shared office. You would go to the Metaverse for your meeting instead of sitting in.
Not for nothing. Since COVID, there has been a lot of people moving their organizations to Zoom, and other webinar, other GoTo meetings, other Google Hangouts, and all these other virtual meetups. But what's exciting for me anyway, because I'm a shareholder in EXPI, which is EXP World Holdings. We have always had Verbella. Verbella was we still use it as our virtual world. We go in there, we got the big auditorium for the big classes, and then the small meeting rooms for either your specific state or your specific region, or if you're into commercial, or if you're into luxury, or if you're into global, international real estate. So you have all these different rooms that you could go to, meet your people. All of us, we all have our little avatars. We're all running around. We can build snowmans on the beach right now. We have a pirate ship. It's this whole little virtual world. and you could just go up. You could meet people. There's like they have their own like pre-programmed like dance moves and stuff like that. Like I'm on Decentraland like this. That's like if you press number 6, you can make it rain. There's number 6.
You have virtual strippers.
You could dance. Maybe your club, talk to some people.
So that's going to bring me into the next story.
Well, you're always sidelining me. So anyway, Verbella has always been a thing with the XPI, and there's so many people that have adopted our platform for their business now. So all these virtual worlds, for me, the confusing part, and I think one of the things we'll get into is where to live. Do you choose one, or do you have to be in the mall? Do you want to be in Sandbox and in Decentraland and in whatever Zuckerberg decides to do, and whatever Google plans to do, and whatever the Dorseys and and all these other people decide to do? If everyone makes their own damn world, it's going to be really hard to navigate from one to the other, and nobody wants to manage 5 avatars in different worlds. I tried to do a football league one year. I had 3 football leagues going on. I was cheering for every single team. It was maddening. I had to watch every game, not just 2 games a week. It was like every game because I had players from. It was dizzying. So I don't think that's likely. So I'm really curious as to what that's going to look like in the future.
That's a good question. I do have a question since I'm the novice, and I don't want to throw anybody off. Like you just said, so we have Decentraland and Sandbox, and if Google,
4 or 5,
if you got 4 or 5 of it, so those are 5 different universes then, correct? Or worlds or verses, whatever, lands.
Yeah, but the plan is to make them interoperable somehow to where you can at least have your contents that you can bring with you and switch.
Yeah, because you don't want to buy a coach purse for every single land.
Yeah, because I look at it as, well, I'm going to be in, where do I go? Am I going to hang out in Decentraland? And yet I got friends that are in Sandbox.
It's the same dizzying thing that we go through mentally regarding social media. Right. Like, do I post this event on Eventbrite, or do I post it on Facebook and then share it there?
Yeah, so where are you going to choose to spend your attention? Where are you going to allow people to take your attention? That's what you get to choose.
Well, I like the one, since I'm invested with Mana. So I'm a Mana holder, so I like Decentraland.
Yeah.
I already really dig some of the people that are in there building. We already have some really cool things going on and projects in coming up that I'm excited about. Plus, again, OpenSea, they have the NFT museums and galleries. You could click on the NFT, and there's a link right to OpenSea, and you could buy it like right there in real time. I mean, there's so many things that are already happening in Decentraland. I think that's already kind of, it's already fostering that that want to stay and hang out. Because ultimately, if somebody goes somewhere and there's nothing to do, they're not going to stay, and they're going to pop off. And you can't build a relationship like that. These are going to be places where people are going to be spending 6-7 hours at a time, either constructing something, visiting a friend's party, virtual party, or whatever it is. There's going to be hour-long, 2-hour-long meetups. Do you really want to be in a place where you are going to go and visually it's unexciting? You can't do much with your avatar, whereas the other place, your avatars could be whoever they want, they want to be, with seasonal, accessories available. Whereas the one is just like plain Jane. You have 20 tops to choose from, a couple of facial features, and it's not very exciting. I think the ones who are going to win are going to have the awesome avatar experience, with the huge accessory line of accessories available, and of course, where the people are having the most fun, where the celebrities are hosting their little meet and greets, or the one popular band is having a big concert. So those things I pay attention to as to who's building their community. Because let's be honest, if the Bored Ape Yacht Club all decided to build a yacht club in Decentraland, and that's where all these hip hop artists and NBA players are hanging out, and they're bringing their crowd, because everybody, of course, wants to, just like in real life, they want to, be involved. They want to just, be a wallflower, see what's going on, and notice, who's there and what's everybody doing, what fresh bag and what fresh kicks they have on their avatar. There's going to be lots of voyeurs. There's going to be journalists. People they're going to want to know. It's going to be like a Brad and Julie wedding. Everybody's going to want to be there. So who brings the traffic? What kind of things are going to be happening in these particular places? Is it going to be big concerts? Is it going to be full-on 4-day festivals? What's going to go on? Who's going to be there? And at the end of the day, are those people that are like you that you want to hang out with?
Yep, and that's what we are excited to find out.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next segment, to have and to HODL, people are getting married on the blockchain. So a couple got married on the blockchain. It was 2 employees actually from Coinbase, and what they did was have digitized rings that the groom created smart contracts to exchange rings and have them become one. So they were issued as digital artworks, and basically is stored onto the blockchain. So the blockchain is immutable and should represent what love should be.
I wish I knew that story. Let me interject real quick, because I have a personal story as well with EXP. A couple met in the virtual world.
That's our next story.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna have I could have put the graphic up here. But,
okay.
So they met in Verbella in our virtual world.
Tracy and Dave Gagnon. So they are
perfect.
EXP.
You know their names.
Yep. EXP realtors. They met in Verbella, and they decided to have their wedding there. And the company paid for all of it. They funded all of it because that's where they met. But they were able to invite as many people as they wanted and host their virtual event. So now we have this whole new market of virtual events. Okay.
Time out. Okay, I'm old school Italian guy. How the hell do you have a wedding on a blockchain? Is it like all avatar people?
So we're not talking about the blockchain.
I want to know how this wedding goes.
Well, they met in this virtual world, and they had a virtual wedding in the same world.
So how do you give them the abust, as we said? Where do you give them the envelope, the money in the envelope? Where does that go?
I'm sure it was.
Are they cheap? There's no caterer.
Scan the QR code and send the Bitcoin to the wallet.
Come on. Is that a legal wedding? What do they have?
No, it is not a legal wedding, actually. So a wedding.
I'm sure it supplemented the real wedding.
Yes.
I was going to say, it's an awfully cheap way to get out of a reception.
It's actually becoming a pretty large market where they can charge thousands and thousands of dollars to perform these weddings. So now they're going to be renting.
I just solved that.
They're going to be renting out hotels like the Plaza in the Metaverse.
You saw it here first.
What's that say?
Virtual bartending.
Virtual bartending.
Hear me out. Because now they have like these machines in your home that will make a cocktail. It's like preloaded with like rum, tequila, vodka, and then you also can preload it with a mixer, like a cranberry tonic or let's say Coca-Cola, and you could have these drinks vended right there in your home. So what if everybody in the future, let's just say in 5 years, everybody has one of these things, like they all have a Keurig. You could essentially buy drinks in your virtual wedding, and everybody sitting at home with their screens,
like zombies,
are all like drinking the same
drunk.
drink at the same time and toasting.
Yeah.
Virtual bartending, you heard it here first.
There's no
I'm old.
There's no limit.
I'm just old. I'm not understanding this. I don't see it. I guess.
No.
I
will show you
cartoons. I'm watching the Flintstones, and if I want new stuff, it's the Jetsons. For God's sakes, what the hell is this? Weddings, virtual weddings.
So he goes from bare feet to spaceships and briefcases.
Absolutely.
That's the only 2 options.
Well, then there's Scooby-Doo and Wacky Races, but that's a whole different story.
Cartoon Joey. This guy grew up on Saturday morning cartoons.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nothing like it.
Okay, what's the next story?
Come on.
We're getting through the virtual weddings and the virtual bartending.
Payment giants jump in. Some of the world's largest payment giants have endorsed crypto. So we have MasterCard, Visa, PayPal. Now, I remember the day, gosh, it must have been in February or March, that PayPal announced that they're going to be allowing you to buy and sell and do crypto payments.
Incredible.
And Bitcoin went crazy. I remember I was at work and I was just like, it's going to the moon. I have to buy it all now. Yes.
That was very exciting, and it did make a big move. I think it broke like 35 or something, or with that news, but that was one of those big 10% jumps, that made that 80% difference. I mean, going from 30 to 60, that's almost 100, but it's selling down back at like 80.
And then with Visa, you have Visa and MasterCard. Visa just made a huge deal through a third party, through XRP, through Ripple. It was a huge deal, even though XRP is still under
For now.
For right now. But they just something's going on. I mean, they just made a huge in a fast process.
So what's funny is on this anniversary, December 22. It's contextual. I sent you guys a link yesterday.
Yeah.
Between 21, 22 of last year, 20, it was.
I was there.
It was a couple days
Yeah.
that the SEC broke this news that XRP was no longer allowed to be traded.
It was delisted.
And I still have all this XRP and Exodus, Trust, Coinbase. I have it like everywhere because I was using it to get into other coins. It was like my in between, facilitator coin, which looks like Ethereum has taken that over, and Solana, a couple other ones are doing more of that facilitator utility. But it was always like, go to this ledger or go to where this wallet, get XRP because you're gonna have to take that to another one
and swap it.
So I have all this random XRP, and for the last year, all I've been able to do is just look at it, go from like 110 down to like 70, 60. 70, 80. Now it's like 96 today.
Yeah,
so it's on the rebound, but it's like it's still not where I bought it at, and B, it's still not able to be flipping used. So I'm still just looking at it all for a whole year.
Yep, and then it's only happening in the U.S. and every other country. It's able to be traded.
Well, because when we have an SEC.
The SEC lawsuit, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, but I remember it was on the 23rd, and it was a lot of people freaked out. A lot of people sold.
Black Wednesday.
So
okay, was it a Wednesday? Whatever it was a Black Tuesday.
So with that XRP and the SEC, since we're the only ones, and isn't it odd that the head of the SEC just resigned? Does this have anything to do with that?
Who? You mean Gary Gensler?
Yeah, one of them.
You could speculate.
Somebody resigned. Somebody resigned.
We're going to speculate.
I don't just asking a question. I'm not speculating. I was just asking.
But that's a speculative question.
Okay, it's speculative. Okay, it is what it is then.
Yeah. If this means that, does that mean this? I mean, you could speculate all day long.
Wait, are you getting it confused with last year? What happened?
No, this year. Somebody just resigned.
Oh, okay. Because it's funny because the person who filed the lawsuit in December, he announced that they were filing this lawsuit that XRP is being sold as a security, and then the next day or 2 days later, he then resigned or went for retirement. So he announced the lawsuit and then left.
It very well may be,
Left a mess.
since this last discovery, where it looks like they're getting closer to finalizing what's going to the fate of XRP. There may be some heads that roll, there may be some egg on face, there may be some eating crow. There may be some people who just that was a battle I probably shouldn't have entered into, or maybe it's something else, or maybe I found out too much and I don't want to know no more, and I'm gonna go retire now, whatever it is, or I did my job, I let the guys who I work for, JP Morgan and all the others. Now they got ahead of this, and now I'm taking my golden parachute and moving to Fiji.
Okay.
So we can speculate. It could be any of the above, right?
Okay.
I was just reading his resignation letter. So this looks like Commissioner Elad Roisman. Does that sound familiar?
Let me see.
It could be something different. That's all right.
No.
Well, we didn't really prepare it for today's show, so maybe
we're winging it.
Maybe we'll bring it up in next
year.
Yeah,
We've been preparing for this show all year.
Yeah.
All right. So big payment companies getting involved in crypto. We saw Visa earlier this year when they purchased that large. It was like $150,000 NFT, and they also, in our last show, we talked about them starting a consulting firm for cryptocurrency to consult their larger clients.
And remember all those job openings throughout the year? Yeah. So, I mean, all of them, Visa, MasterCard, I think all of them, Google, they're all had these new jobs that they were making up, like crypto specialty, the director of, and just creating all these different type of positions, and really just asking, like, can you please help us get ahead of this thing? Like, anybody know anything about anything? Like, can you please help us?
Yes, and MasterCard partnered with Gemini, and they are offering their BlockFi rewards card where they're paying out rewards in Bitcoin and crypto. So lots of partnerships and payment rails. These payment giants don't want to get left behind.
And I finally remember my wallet. So of all the wallets, because we were going through like all these different payment things, I have 3 that I hold all the time that I could easily sell my crypto and use as fiat. And the first one is the Cash App, right there, the Cash App card. Then I have the Venmo card, again, another place where you could accept funds and buy crypto. I mean, and the marketplace is going to get bigger. Right now it's just like Bitcoin and a couple of the big ones, Ethereum or whatever. And then, of course, the most exciting one that I have yet is my Coinbase card.
Yes.
So all 3 of these,
Coinbase Visa card.
Like people are like, Jesse, but how do I use my crypto? Like once I get into it, like how do I get out of it? I'm like,
yeah,
you could just trade it to USD and spend it like would normally. But instead of you getting it from a friend with Venmo, you just sell your Bitcoin. That's on the the Venmo marketplace, and then you use it when you're in a jam, or you want to do something special, or it's you met your goal and now it's time to cash out. You got to where the crypto did what you wanted it to do, whether it's double your money, triple your money, whatever, 10x, 100x your money. And then it's like, you know what? Now I could go on that vacation, and you don't have to send it to the bank, wait for the bank to get it. Then they're going to write you a special check, and then you got to take it to another bank. No, it's straight up right in your wallet now. You could, that line between crypto and USD and having something as a holding and then having something as fiat, like ready to spend, it's all here, folks. So that whole wall, I think, has been just demolished. I mean, I'm walking proof of it. So it is accessible. You can buy it. It's just so easy. If you're a dog sitter, you're getting 30, 40, 50 bucks from all these people, probably with Venmo or something similar, Cash App. And instead of transferring it to your bank or using it on your card, you could put it right into a holding. So there's so many options with being on these networks. And I think Visa, the MasterCards, American Express, they're all going to get on board. And it is going to be one of those things. You're going to seamlessly take your paycheck from the bank, move it into crypto where you can stake it for 4% and let it grow. And then when you need it, you could, do some other things, get more mana, get more Solana, get more, whatever you want to do.
Speaking of dogs, 2021 was the year for meme
That's
mania.
Nice. Give me a stop stalking.
That was smooth.
Meme mania. We've had.
Did I talk about a dog? Oh yeah,
You
dog
did.
walker.
Dog walker.
walking.
Yes, when you're walking Shiba and
Right.
Doge and all
And
the others.
Doge, yeah. So who let the dogs out? The dogs came out to play. Don't bet against the meme coins. So we had Dogecoin kind of explode this year on some hype from Elon Musk. And
Yeah, what did it start at? Did we get those numbers? Where it started at the beginning of last year and where it is now?
no.
We could do that later.
Yeah,
do that during the break.
Joey,
We can come up with the break.
Joey follows it closely. I'm not sure how many. Well, I guess that one went up to Dogecoin went up to like 75 cents or 65 cents or
from
something.
like
like
zero.
3 cents?
It was like pennies.
Four zeros?
It was like
5
four zeros in January. I remember looking and go, "This is a joke." I kept seeing it on Instagram and go, "Oh, this is a joke." This
Well,
is
it was really hard to buy.
and I didn't know what to do.
But then once Coinbase,
Yeah.
adopted it, I bought mine. When
And then
Coinbase
Robinhood.
adopted
I think it was Robinhood where it exploded. I think it was with Robinhood where it just took off.
it. Yeah.
Yep. So don't bet against the dogs. Don't bet against the meme coins because people are making millions.
So what comes next? The year of the cat is. We have our own new crypto calendar, like the Chinese calendar.
Yeah, right.
Year of the bat, year of the cat, year of the cow. We've already had year of the dog.
Let's still continue with the dog for right now. We have some. We're still in the exploration phase.
Well, but everybody knows about Shiba and
Yeah, but
Doge.
she was only a year
So
now,
what are you guys' favorite like memes, crypto memes? You have any on the spot?
Like what?
I mean, I like them all. I mean, if
There's just so many funny
Yeah.
things.
if there's even like a small utility of it, right? Like say it it generates money to help dogs or whatever, any kind of small little utility. Listen, it's got value.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it. Even if mana is like it's just you can only spend it one place. Yeah, but I mean, once there's a million people at that one place, I mean, mana is gonna be something everybody needs.
Right.
Yep, and you got it first.
Yeah. So what it is, what is it? What can it be? That's a question. What can it be? What can it eventually be? Can it be utilized to do something so, substantial and give so many pleasure, to people, or bring so much ease or resource, to a certain group of people. Any of these things would be magical. I mean, I think that if one coin, every time you spent it, gave so much to a underprivileged part of the world or society, I think that's that would be big. Cleaning the oceans, anything, in that regard. I'm a big fan. So what is Doge going to be? What is Shiba going to eat? I think some of these things were thoughts, just like,
well, it just shows the power of community when
Yeah.
a community gets together and decides that they're going to do something together. It can really make a difference.
And I will give crypto that too, because even just like us, that we started this podcast this year, but people have been talking about this for many years. Mm-hmm. Like I explained on one of our previous episodes, I was introduced to this back in like 10 or something, and somebody wanted to borrow my have me use my laptop to mine, and I thought it was crazy, and I was like, no, I don't want malware. Anyway,
I don't want money.
And then we jump forward. And then we jump forward to today, where of course we're all hindsight's 2020, right? And sometimes it's not fair either,
Right.
but it is what it is. But for some of us who have been following this, being that this is a year that we could actually have a podcast and there's other people who want to listen to it, because before these were all the ideas. This was all like, what's that word? Beyond our knowing or understanding. It was all like super hypothetical and just what's the other word I'm searching for? Anyway, so it's like one of these things where we talk about like aliens or anything else. Like, is it existential? Is it because it's beyond ourselves? It's beyond our reasoning. It's beyond what we understand as a whole. But now it's in the vernacular. Now we're talking about it, and so I think 2021 will go down as probably the year where, despite all the separation, despite all of the vax, unvax, whatever talk that they want to spin all the time for you, there's been another community that has gotten together despite it all, and there's still some people like, oh, so they're keeping us away from each other so we could only meet on the metaverse. There are some tinfoil hat theories, No, I get it. They want to keep everybody scared, keep them in their home where they could be controlled, and nobody goes outside because, why would you? Because you have your VR headset and you could see your parents and dance with your friends across the world from your home.
Wag me.
Yeah.
Wag me. That's one of my favorite memes.
Wow.
We're all going to make it.
Yeah, and actually, it's very funny that you said the virtual reality.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen those before. And I was in the new Costco that just opened up here. Big news here for this here on here on the Space Coast. We have our first Costco.
It's been like 10 years in the making. Yeah. So big news.
And right by the front, as you're coming in by the TVs. Did you see all the?
I did.
Did you see
Oculus
those all? Is that what they're called? I don't know.
Well, that's Facebook's brand.
They look like goggles to me. But anyway.
Yeah.
Oculus
is a brand of the goggles.
Wasn't he a Transformer?
And now there's Oculus Prime. No.
Yeah.
So there's so now it's going to be fitted with gloves. Very soon to be other sensors along the body, so you can see your movement, not just where your hands are going and where your head is looking, but your whole thing. They're going to have the omnidirectional treadmills that I explained. Where you could just walk and turn and make a walk and turn, and you're on the same treadmill in the home, but it's turning underneath you, and you're just walking in one direction. And it's like, anyway, there's so many things that are coming out. It's gonna get more. I mean, there's gonna be like, I'm sure, full suits with all the sensors, so you could do the hottest dance, and break into the hottest rap act in Decentraland one day. So it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
There are going to be a lot more brands. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are adopting this. I think, we have Nintendos and Segas and all these other people who have been in this space for a long time, who are probably right now. And
oh, they're working. I'm excited to see like Apple come out, because
we have some predictions, but that's one of mine, where it's going to be adopted like Nintendo, the first year there was like 2 million units. By the second year, 50 million units.
Yeah.
It's going to be that much of a drastic adoption, and I would look out for any kind of hardware maker, just like whoever invested in the batteries that Tesla uses. Find one of those third-party microchip people, or the lens people, or any component of these things that make them work. and you'll probably ride a really fun. You know, you have a really fun ride in the next couple of years as everybody adopts it.
Now, this isn't a prediction, or maybe this is something speculative, and we're talking about the Oculus and these glasses and this virtual reality.
Not like
world.
binoculars.
Not like binoculars.
Oculus. Suck's going to have you with like...
And you know, you were talking about how they want us divided, and I'm not trying to get political. What do you think of the opportunity that they use the metaverse as part of voting? Like virtual voting booths to keep people... Or would that be too legitimate? They'd be able to count the actual votes.
It probably would be too legitimate if everybody had, you know, a vote on the blockchain. They only had, you know, and if it was recorded. I think voting.
You heard that here first.
I think. Well, people have talked about the power of blockchain, and one of them is voting. One of them is your identity. Instead of holding a physical passport, you know, you just have like a QR code in your wallet or something, or you know, I mean. We don't want to say look at a beast.
Tattoo
or the little microchip.
You know, that could be how they use the central bank digital currency when it all does come into fruition. It's like these things happen in order for the next thing to be able to happen and for mass people to adopt it easier. So that could be attached to the central bank digital currency. And then, you know, with the tattoo and everything and the quantum dot and stuff, it's like, oh, well, we have to do that because, you know, people were lying about it or getting fake cards and stuff like that. So it's all one thing just adds together.
Quantum dot.
Is that a new word for you?
Is that a new word? That's a new word for me. Yeah. Quantum dot. Now, I knew Quantum Leap, you know, the TV show Quantum Leap, but quantum dot.
How about the quantum leap in real life? You know about that?
Where we just go from one place to the other? Just
It's like
another time.
Not like a transform, like Star Trek?
That's Star Trek, yeah. Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah. No, I mean, it could be in anything. Like, I would argue that cryptocurrency has had a pretty significant quantum leap, just with everything that it's gone through in 1 year, just a quick amount of time.
If you just take the 21 episodes or the 6 months we've been doing this show, look at how much everything has just exploded. I mean, at the beginning we were watching.
We didn't know it was going to be a weekly show.
Who knew?
Until we're like, guys, did you know this? We need to record. We need to get this out there.
And what everybody doesn't know is during the week, we don't see each other during the week, but we send these texts back.
Oh, we have a big old group thread. Like, you know.
The stuff that pops through is just amazing.
And we have a set time that we're allowed to start texting.
Yes, nothing before 9 o'clock.
Like
we got yelled at. we got a text with all capital letters. So
some of us don't go to bed till 2. Wow. And a 7 o'clock text is just wrong.
Well, you're not as old as me, and the kidneys kick in at 5.
I don't even know what that means.
You will when you get my age.
It's a small prostate joke.
When you get to my age.
I'm sorry, large prostate joke. They get large as we grow.
All right, well, celebrities have been coming out of the woodworks this year. I mean, there have been celebrities left and right endorsing crypto. So let's talk about some of our favorite ones that we've seen throughout the year. How about Tom Brady and Giselle, right, with FTX, and Kim Kardashian even had like a thing happen where she was promoting this coin called ETH Max, but I think it turned out she got a lot of hate for it because it was kind of like a pump and dump scam.
Even Hannity the other day was talking about crypto. Mr. Hannity with his large phone.
I follow Nicole Arbor. She's a real funny personality, comedian. And she's one of those influencers who are like, hey guys, I'm excited about this. And I was like, well, Nicole, you may or may not know a whole lot, but I do like you. And I do like the people you hang around with and you know, and the things you stir up and the conversations you have and the jokes and everything else. And I followed it. Like I said, I'm following the Discord. I'm following a lot of things, but you know, like, and I mentioned Gary Vee, of course.
Who is it? Nicole Arbor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's fun. She's a Canadian comedian. And anyway, she's adorable. She's
she's cute.
Yeah, and anyway, so she has talked about it, and there's a couple other models / influencers that also talk about, like, just on their stories, like even if it's like a screenshot of the phone of, like, you know, an NFT moving, like, you know,
Snoop Dogg,
you know, and it's like all these people that we follow. Mm-hmm. It's almost
Matt
like
Damon.
It's like almost on everybody's stories now.
Melania has an NFT coming out.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah, that was introduced this week.
Yep, I got the email. It's fascinating. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Melania Eyes or something. We're gonna be pretty cool. But again, Bryson DeChambeau, I mentioned, the golfer, he sold 5 of them to quickly raise money. He sold out $15,000, I think like three or 4 a piece, whatever, and he made money by selling 5 NFTs in like an hour. I mean, they sold out like real quick. There was only 5 of them at $3,000. I mean, for us to see that kind of popularity, just if you have a brand and people know you and they like you, they'll buy things from you. So again, this is becoming that new collectible. That signed helmet, that signed baseball card, all these number of things that normally everybody has held on to. But then what happened? Oh, that's a fake. You don't have a paper of authenticity. Well, guess what? NFT does. It gives you all of that value right up front. You know who you bought from, for how much, when, and who that person was, and where that artist, and when it was first uploaded, you could see this whole history on every single bit of this digital material. And it's not just going to be artwork. Again, I predicted real estate's going to be traded. There's going to be a lot of different things in 2022. But let's save that. Any other things to finish this segment? And then we'll come back to predictions.
No, for just one more massive thing that it is going to go down in history is the exodus and the outlaw of mining in China. So a majority of the hash rate of the mining of Bitcoin was concentrated in China, not necessarily in one single area, but throughout all the different miners. And their government had decided to ban and outlaw Bitcoin mining and trading for the several 10th, 20th, 30th time. But this time it was serious, and they all had to migrate out of China and pack up all of their mining equipment. And the price of Bitcoin did suffer very short term for that. But it was very resilient, and the hash rate has come back alive and has migrated to North America. A lot of it did migrate to Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan.
That's where Barat came from.
Yes.
Barat, yeah.
Yes, but I guess they didn't like it either there, and so they have kind of shut that down. In Kazakhstan.
Well, they probably don't have the electrical grid to support it.
Yeah, they don't.
I was gonna say you're in the middle of
Borat.
Yeah.
Where mules pull half Volkswagens.
Yeah.
And your sister is best
She's very nice.
hooker of
She's very nice.
of the town.
Very nice. How much? Yes. Okay. So that was
All right, when we come back.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll have one more. The most epic and monumental thing of the year. You want me to say it now?
No, let's tease them.
Little cliffhanger.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
And when we come back, you'll find out if you didn't already know. Cryptocurrency can be confusing and hard. At Space Coast Crypto Consulting, we make cryptocurrency easy for you to learn and understand. In a world of uncertainty and out-of-control central banks, it's our mission to empower you with the knowledge that you need to confidently control and grow your own crypto portfolio. Call now to begin your crypto journey. 321-412-4021. That's Space Coast Crypto Consulting at 321-412-4021.
Okay, we are back for our second half. In this second half, we are going to be doing what we call our... we're going to just track some top... We're going to pick in 30 different coins. 15, 30.
15, 5 each.
5 each.
From the top 100.
Top 100. And we're going to watch them each once a month, I guess. We'll track them.
Once a month, okay.
And see how they do, just as for fun. Because as we go along, we talk about different coins. And
are we also putting our own money behind each one? So there's some skin in the game?
It might be fun to do that eventually.
No, I think we should just do it now. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Comment below. Let's do a crypto fantasy league. Never happened before.
A crypto fantasy league.
Or a DCA club.
I don't know what that means.
Dollar cost average club, where we can have our 5 tokens.
Crypto fantasy sounds...
And see how much money we make, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Well, that would be
Okay.
cumulatively. But if, for instance, if I hand pull 5 random cryptos and I put at least like $5 into it, right? That's $25. $10 would make it interesting. That's only $50. And then on that first $50 investment, who comes out next year with $1,000, $2,000, $40, $10? Like, you know, so whoever comes up, you know, on the plus side or minus side, again, without purchasing anymore, without selling it, if we just promise all to hold, not touch our holdings until this time next year, and then reveal where we bought it at, what it's valued at now, whoever has the most takes us out to dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
What about?
Agreed?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fun. It's random before we pick. Before we pick.
Right. It's random. But what if we already have? What if some of us already own?
5 out of 100. You got 5% of that.
I don't know. I'm just look.
I know.
I'm throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there.
Then lucky
looking for a look. Looking for a look.
Lucky you. You already have the holdings, or you go into another wallet and purchase at Jan 1's rate.
Okay. And that we're gonna do. We have to open up another. Well, we'll figure that out at the end.
If it's an issue, you're coming up with problems that we don't even have yet.
I know what
That's
we
my
can
job.
do.
Go ahead.
I know
The
what
diva.
we can do. Well,
Diva.
you'll just open a new portfolio tracker in CoinMarketCap, and you can track your holdings, even if you already have it or if you have it mixed with other
That's right,
investments.
because that is something that I've used, CoinMarketCap. By the way, you guys should come and sponsor us.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
We drop enough of your name, you know. I think you could, you know, come up here, represent.
Yes, CoinMarketCap has a wonderful free portfolio tracker where
You already have a spokesmodel.
555.
I do, and I show all of my clients how to use it because it's a free, great resource.
Oh well, you haven't shown me.
I did. You just didn't.
We've done it live on the podcast.
I didn't pay attention. I was probably thinking about something else.
You know, Joey, we've seen that in real time with you.
I know.
I think we've actually captured it here on the show. So, all right.
All right. So
Every week.
DeFi Diva goes first.
Okay. So
Ladies first. Ho, ho, ho.
we're each going to take one. We'll each take one.
Yeah,
we'll
round
each take
robin,
one,
starting
'cause
with her.
I have to do some,
Entry.
Well,
let's all keep it, and we can do the entry stuff
Okay.
after the show.
Okay.
Nobody wants to see that.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We'll know. All right. Ready?
Yeah, her first.
I did
This
some
so
arts and crafts today.
exciting,
No
guys.
look.
No looking.
No look.
fun.
Look the other way.
You have to hold it above her head.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's do it. Go ahead.
Oh, well, now you just
She
see
can't
it.
reach.
Move your hand.
Hold it high.
Oh, what? Boba or
I'm not looking.
Boba Network. Boba
Here.
Network.
What number?
looking.
What's the number?
92.
92. Hold on a minute. I'll tell you what that is. Number 92. If you can't read my writing.
That's okay. I have it
Well,
here. So
So I have Plat on. Come on, we want to make
okay.
this a
All
little.
right. Okay. Right. And I have Raven Coin.
I'd never heard of
Yay!
Plat on. What is a Plat on?
All right.
what a great one that you have.
I know.
There.
I know.
I want a great one. What the hell is Plat on? Anybody can answer that for me? Plat on?
All right, guys, just so you know, there's over 14,000 different cryptocurrencies and more being added every day.
And,
Tezos.
and disclosure that you have. I already have some Tezos.
Me too.
Theta Fuel.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
That's a great one, yeah.
Oh.
A great one. I got a
Diva
great
said
one.
that's a great one. Okay. I have Sapphire.
Ooh,
Oh.
fancy.
I mean, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It's precious metal. What could go wrong?
Right?
Our precious gemstone, rather.
No peeking. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Jesse.
Oh, ICP, Internet Computer.
Oh.
DIVI.
What's the
Diva?
number?
Divi. 83. Looks like Divi.
It's Divi.
Divi.
Oh.
D-I-V-I. Divi.
I hope they pay good dividends.
And I
Yay.
have helium.
Helium is
Helium, yeah.
Helium.
good. Yeah.
All right. That's 3. 2 more. Here we go.
Nana?
What do you got?
Where? Stop
Nana?
pulling away from me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait. Do you think this should be Mana?
What's the number?
You have
It
Mana?
says Nana.
What's the number?
Oh, 69.
I have Cosmos Atom.
It's Nano. It's Nano.
Okay.
I've Cosmos Atom.
Okay.
Cosmos
Number
Atom.
20, yeah.
I
Oh.
have that one too.
I have Credit
Are we
Coin.
allowed to trade?
I have Credit Coin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Without looking anymore.
She wants to trade.
Wait, Credit Coin
Stop
is on,
looking.
in the
You
top
have to hold it above her head.
100?
It's 87.
She is so bad. She's the one that shakes her presents under the tree. Look at her.
I know.
Casper.
She has to look.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, that was our last one.
Cardia chain. Cardia chain?
What's the number, Jesse?
96.
Cardia chain with a K. K-A-R-D-I.
Yep.
A Cardia chain.
Cool.
And I have stacks. Number 35 on the list.
All right, so we'll do all the entry later.
SDX.
So if you guys have heard of these, comment. Let us know what you think is going to happen. Who you think is going to be the winner? Joey, based on his, or Jennifer, based on hers, or if you think I'm going to come out on top. So the rule is $5 into each of your individual ones. So that's going to be $25.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Or you guys want to do a 10 because that makes it more interesting. That's $50. 10,
Yeah,
10, 10, 10.
$10.
Okay. So 10 in each. Okay. And we're just going to softly monitor. We may bring it up every quarter or every
Maybe
other
once
episode.
a month or
Once a
so.
Yeah.
And we can do kind of a deep dive into each one of them and see if they're an enterprise, a protocol, or a currency.
Well, that would be actually a really good theme or segment for the next 15 episodes. We could just all talk about our individual ones every week.
Right.
So when we get you
we
start,
get you guys
man,
doing some
we can
homework
rotate.
and teach us something.
That's your job.
I mean,
you teach us something.
let's learn and earn together.
Learn
I like
and
that.
earn. What was last week's? We had
That's a good segment. Learn and earn.
Learn
with
and
All right,
earn.
there we
Diva.
go.
Learn and earn.
Learn
Write
and
that
earn.
down. Learn and earn. That's
Okay,
a
I got it.
headline.
It's
Learn-
going right above my virtual bartending.
Virtual attendant. Learn and earn. What was the week before we had posted push and shove? What was that one?
When in doubt, zoom out.
That's it. When in doubt.
Or push and shove.
I don't know.
What's on your mind?
I don't know.
All right, guys,
It's the hat. It's the hat.
We've got one last major event that took place
I can't
in
believe there's only one left.
2021. I mean, there are so many,
I know.
many, but one
what's a
last
bombshell?
historical event that took place in 2021. We had our first nation state, El Salvador, announce
Yes.
Bitcoin
Yes.
as legal tender and written into their law that Bitcoin is now money.
Yeah.
And the card is based on some crypto. So one of the people that I follow on TikTok, whoever
The
you
card?
are, reach out. Yeah. So
What card?
the card that has a $30 of Bitcoin for each resident of El
uh-huh.
Salvador, that they have a token.
So is it their Chivo wallet?
Chiva.
Chivo.
That's the one. I knew you knew. So there's a lot of speculation that that's going to be worth a lot.
Oh.
I mean, especially as El Salvador continues to buy into Bitcoin, you have
They bought 21 more Bitcoin today.
So you have that many much more Bitcoin going and being used on this Chiva network.
Mm-hmm.
That may, I mean, for me, that sounds valuable.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And don't forget,
other countries may take notice and be like, well, if it's worked for you guys,
yeah.
then I'm going to use the Chiva protocol to be my facilitator to get Bitcoin to all my citizens of my
Yeah, so
country.
that'll bring us into our next segment. We've got just a few minutes to kind of wrap it up and bring us into next year, 2022. What are the predictions for 2022? Who's going to be the next nation state to accept Bitcoin
question?
or cryptocurrency?
I'm going to think it's going to be another small.
It's got to be a small little country.
That's what I'm saying. Luxembourg.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be Europe. I think it's going to be like a small economy or a small monarchy that's going to do that. That's my prediction. Which one?
Then I'll go with Monaco. They got a lot of cash.
Monaco is a good one. It could be like a Yemen or a Qatar. You know, one of these like rich,
Well, I'm going to go with Panama because
I like that.
That's a good one.
I'm from Panama, and they've already written some proposals into legislation to make some legislation around cryptocurrencies, not specifically to Bitcoin only, but crypto in general. So
I like Panama.
I'm voting for Panama.
I do like Panama as a country, as a place to retire, place to invest in real estate. I've been talking about Panama for a long time.
Then what about Costa Rica?
Costa is a little bit. It's already kind of been exploited. You already have the Hiltons, the Marriotts. A lot of big money's already kind of been down there. And let's not forget that San Jose, Costa Rica, was where all the offshore gambling used to be.
Yeah, that's true.
But now they're petitioning for, so DraftKings,
yeah,
and FanFuel, and some of these other gambling sites have now it's like mainstream.
Yeah.
Barstool Sports, I mean, all these companies that were doing like, offshore
but we can't gamble here.
booking, not yet.
Not yet.
Florida, they're petitioning for that.
I just signed a petition the other
You got
day.
that? I got that too.
No, they stopped me at the courthouse when I was paying a ticket.
Uh-oh.
They're like,
kind
will
of
you
ticket?
sign this?
What's
It
it
was, my tag was expired. Yeah.
So
Wow, this is... And don't forget, one of our first stories going into this whole show was El Salvador.
Yeah. Panama.
Panama is on the list.
And Yemen is where Chandler Bing told...
By the way, I'm gonna upload this as an NFT if anybody's interested. My little postcard of Panama. So that's really good. Monaco and Luxembourg. Okay.
So biggest
What's the next
trend for 2022?
I'm going to say it's Year of the Cat.
You're saying Year of the Cat?
No, it's going to be Year of the Ape. We're going to see a lot more
of the apes
ape
from the NFTs.
Hey, everybody's aping in. I'm going with...
Why is that? Why is that so popular?
They're fun. I don't know.
Because they're fun?
I don't know. Gorillas, Donkey
it's
Kong.
It's a meme.
We just always
in.
knew.
You're just all in. You just
think of
jump in.
Think of all these like 8-bit and 64-bit characters we
right.
grew up with, like Mario, Luigi.
Yeah.
It seems like all that pixelated art is very popular.
That was your generation.
Well, anyway, what I'm getting at for all those people young enough to understand what the hell I'm talking about. So we have already in our, in our earlier memories, since we were little kids, we've been looking at these little things jumping up and down, going back and forth on our TV.
Subconscious mind programming.
So we've already kind of
what was
adopted
the game? Donkey
them.
Kong. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Donkey Kong.
So like the Donkey Kongs and the Galagos and the Froggers and Mario Brothers and all the other ones that have come afterwards, Sonic the Hedgehog, all these things, all these characters we stared at for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, a week, a day, a month, and for years now, for the last 30 years. Guess what? You're going to have some kind of admiration. You're going to have some kind of,
all right, I see that.
Even though it's a silly character, even though it's pixelated, and of course, and now graphics look like it's real, But I think there's always going to be that nostalgia for those early shows, or, just like, you love the Saturday morning cartoons. Like I love, Sega Genesis and early Nintendo games. And then like she likes Barney and Pokemon, I guess. I don't know her generation.
Barney. What's a Barney the
What's a
dinosaur?
Barney? Yeah, the Barney.
I like Sex in the City.
Okay.
Oh dear Lord! Don't even get started with that.
So here's the thing. I think I'm making my point.
I got you.
I think it's going to be the Year of the Ape because people just have this affinity thing, and they make these apes look funny. And again, we've already seen the masses coming to this, and there's been a lot of money moving into the Bored Apes and all the grumpy apes, and there's going to be so many more apes, whales. It's So, but as far as coins, I would like to see maybe get away from the dog meme coins and maybe get into something more fun.
Not yet.
There's no threat. It's just going to be something else. We call it the furry kitty coin, whatever. But I think there's going to be another. If 21 was the year of the dog, I think 22 is. We don't know yet, but I think it's going to be something fun.
Well, the Year of the Cat already has a song, so you can go with Cat Stevens and the Year of the Cat.
Why are you mumbling? Nobody could hear you when you go like that.
Because I was fading out. It was
All
funny.
right, guys.
It was funnier in my head.
What a spectacular year that we've had.
Yeah.
I'm going to close things out by just saying.
More predictions.
Okay.
Okay. So what's the prediction for Bitcoin? You had a question earlier.
I don't remember now.
Okay. Where's Bitcoin this time next year?
Oh, that's it. That's what we talked about. Where did we think it was going?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I say by
Bitcoin December 22, 2022.
200,000.
Wow. I was gonna say 95.
I'm buying today.
I was gonna say 95.
95, Joey.
95?
200,000
Yep.
to the DeFi Diva.
I'm quantum leaping to
Wow.
DeFi Diva.
200,000.
So at 49.
I'm gonna kind of meet in the middle. I'm gonna say 135K.
I was gonna say 125 too.
No, you already said 95.
No. I know. I'm in between on that myself, but I want 195. This is like the prices right
so
now.
95 plus. I'm gonna take plus or minus 5,000 with the 135.
Yeah, give me a plus 5 on that. Give me a plus. Throw me in for a plus. Throw me in for a plus 5. Plus or minus 5.
Hey, YOLO.
No plus or minus 5s. You want an over under on yours?
I think that's high, but that's a fun one.
That is going to be a fun one.
That's a fun one.
Any other crypto you guys want to
You
predict?
think I'm high?
Where do you think? Where do you think? Well, if when Bitcoin.
How many
goes
zeros
up,
is Shiba going to have?
Oh God,
left?
I hope they only have one or two.
0.00?
0.00. I don't think it's going to go to 1 cent. That's crap. I think that's just not yet.
That's crap.
Not yet.
So
I think they're here.
Shiba, what's your?
I say 0.00.
Well, you don't have to say 0.005.
0.005. Yeah.
So a fifth of a penny.
Fifth of a penny.
Hundredth of a dollar.
Yeah.
500th.
0.005. That's where I'd like to
All
see
right.
it.
Joey spoke. How about the DeFi diva?
What, Shiba?
Mm-hmm.
She never liked Shiba.
I don't know.
She's not a fan.
She could still.
I know.
Predict.
0.0000.
That's 4.
5.
Oh, so you don't even think it's going to drop a 0?
Oh,
I don't know. How many zeros does it have? I feel like it went on a run. It had a run, and you get in, you get out.
it went up to 0.00008.
You get in, you
And I
get
was like
out.
0.000.
So the reason why, and this actually
But look at
might
Doge.
not-
But my prediction is
okay.
I'm just going to meet in the middle. 3 zeros and a 5. So we have 4 zeros and a 5, 2 zeros and a 5, and I'm at 3 zeros and a 5.
I've just been reading a lot, and I see a lot of stuff that's happening. You know, they're getting into the metaverse. That alone, just by them getting into the metaverse and creating Shiba Inu is what they're calling it.
Shibaririum?
It's like a.
Don't, he just want to stick the word rearium into this
Not
episode.
Rearium. You
What is a
pervert.
Shiba? That's what I'm saying.
you
What is a
sick-
Shiba
You
rearium?
sick
Butt ass?
bastard.
Is that a dog ass?
You're going through it backwards.
Dog ass.
Yeah, this is
Shibarium.
animal abuse.
Shibarium, like aquarium, but with the sheep.
Shibarium. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, all right. He don't like the way.
What about the Shiba-verse?
Nah, whatever they're gonna call it.
Yeah, you know,
But they
I mean,
don't
thing is,
don't forget with Shiba. Hold on a minute. With
Okay.
Shiba too, a lot of places are now accepting the coin. You know, they're now They're now accepting it.
yeah, let's see
AMC
it. They say they're going to build it.
So-
If they build it, then the
They
money
just need to be burning. They
may
just
come.
need to burn
But
more.
are they-
That's all. There's
are
just
they
too
going
much
to
out
build
there.
it?
But what I've been reading on the, I go through the crap. I eliminate the crap. I know there's been some rumors out there, but
Yeah,
when you start looking,
stay off Reddit.
yeah, but if you start looking at what they're developing, you say, wait a minute, there's a possibility of everything they're going through that it's not, as
Good.
they call it, a shit coin. There's a lot. They're putting a lot of research and development behind it to be the next forward. So
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Like I said,
That's why.
don't bet against it.
Well, thank you guys
I'm
for
not betting against it.
watching. 2021 has been a blast. Thank you for all of those who have
Yes.
subscribed, who continue to follow, comment, and share all of our videos. Thank you so much. For Christmas, all we would like for you to do is click that bell, click that subscribe, share it to one more person,
Oh, yes.
and make your prediction below in one of the comments.
yes, thank you, everybody. Really, we've had a lot of fun in the last 6 months, right?
Oh, yeah, so much fun. We have been learning and earning together. It's been great.
Yeah, especially me. You know, I was the novice. I knew nothing.
And now you're an expert.
I'm not an expert, but I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun doing it. It's just been. It's like gambling. To me, it's just like gambling. Really, I'm just playing it like I'm picking horses. You know.
We literally
And
just
I'm holding
picked
and you
names
just
out
and
of
you-
a box.
And you just hodl. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just pick names out of a box. But you know, if there's any sponsors out there, now it's time. So we're gonna say goodbye.
Hey,
Good night, everybody.
Share us where you watch us.
Yes,
Bye.
share us where you watch us. Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
Happy New Year, everybody.